Hi, Amar sir. Am I audible? Good evening, everyone.
Yes, you are completely audible, sir.
Okay, just testing my connectivity. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Hi all, good evening. Guys, my voice is loud and clear. Please confirm in the chat box, yes or no. Quick. It's perfectly fine, na? Okay, thank you so much for confirmation. So students are joining still. So we'll start with the LMS KT first of all. So I would like to welcome all of you in the training program on Simplified Full Stack Development. So for next 5 days, we'll be there in the session 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for 10 hours, Monday to Friday, 2 hours per day. Okay, so let me stop my screen sharing. I just need to check with the YouTube peoples as well. So YouTube peoples, you are able to hear me properly, loud and clear. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, then great. We'll start with the LMS KT. I'm not going to take too much time. We'll just take a recap within 5 minutes and we'll start with the session. Okay, so let me share my screen. Just confirm once my screen is visible to you. Clear? Okay, sure. So guys, anybody know what is the LMS? I hope lots of people are already attended our last program on Python. So LMS is the learning management system. It's ExcelR dashboard. And what is the use of the LMS? So via LMS, we are going to share recorded videos, then assignments, then you are able to access the material and attendance as well. And the most use of the LMS is you are able to access the LMS for lifetime. Okay. So in future, if you want to go through the recordings will be there. So I hope all of you are done with the registrations. Guys, all of you are done with the registrations? Yes. Yes. Okay. Few people are saying not done with the registration. So let me share registration link with you. Just a moment, guys. So those who have not registered with the ExcelR for this program, so I'm requesting you, I'm going to share the link within 1 minute. So click on that and do a registration for that. Then you will get the LMS access on a priority basis. Okay. So those who are already registered, no need to register once again. 1 minute. I'm sharing the link over YouTube as well. Yeah, shared. Okay, so let me share a screen once again. Guys, no need to register once again if you already registered with the program. Okay. Okay, so second thing is that, so after registrations, you received 2 emails from the ExcelR. One is a verification email and another one is a course invitation email. Okay, in the verification email, you need to set your password and you need to verify your account. So you are able to see one email, first email on your email ID is welcome to ExcelR and verify your account. In that email, here is one link is mentioned. So click on that link and set your password. And after setting the password, open that second email and the email is course invitation mail. Okay. Welcome to the Simplified Full Stack Development Training. Okay. So there is one link after setting the password. There is one link to open the classroom. So simply click on this link or this link. Once you set the password, use your registered mail ID and password to log in into the dashboard. After clicking on that, you are able to see this dashboard. Okay. So in this dashboard, there are 2-3 options: sign in, store, and register. So don't do a registration or store because you already done with the registration. So simply click on the sign in. Then you are able to see this dashboard. So here your registered email ID as your email and mobile number. Okay. So enter that email ID which you used at the time of registration. Okay. I'm repeating again, use that one email ID which you used at the time of registration. Don't use a mobile number as well. Try to use the email ID and password, the password which you recently set at the first email. Okay, clear here? Okay, good. So going forward, so I will directly open my LMS and I will show you that how it works. Okay. So guys, after the signing in, you are able to see this dashboard and it's showing like good evening Amar, and all the things are there: home, my library, store, calendar. Okay, so first of all, I will show you how to join the sessions. There are 2-3 ways to join the sessions. Okay, once you open your dashboard now, then on the first screen only in the home tab, you are able to see this tab: Simplified Full Stack Development Day 1 and Join button. Okay, so if you check at 2 o'clock, then you are able to see the session will begin within 3 hours or 4 hours. And at the time of 6:45, the Monday, July 10, 6:45 p.m., you are able to see that join button here. Okay. So we are just going to change the day, like day 1, day 2. If you come and check at the 6:45, then you are able to see join button here. This is the first way to join the session. Okay, guys. So if you click on the join, it will directly revert it to the Zoom. So I will show you the second way to join the session via YouTube. If you're not able to join via Zoom, then there is one option to join via YouTube. So you are able to see one template here or a banner. You simply need to click on that. It will be directly reverted to the YouTube. It's as simple as, okay? Guys, my screen is stuck. I hope it's visible to all.
No, sir, I think it's stuck. It's still in the login page for a while.
Still in the landing page, huh?
In the login to ExcelR, that page here.
Now it's reverted to the YouTube.
No, both places I am seeing your login page only.
Okay, let me share my screen once again. Thank you for the confirmation. Now, guys, now you are able to see.
I can see your YouTube page now.
Yeah. Okay. So I will explain once again. Now I am at the dashboard. You are able to see the home tab. Sunny, can you confirm?
Yes, it's visible now. I can see the home.
Okay. Thank you so much for the confirmation, Sunny. So I will explain you how to join the session via Zoom and YouTube. So once you open the LMS, then you are able to see this tab. And in that, Simplified Full Stack Development Day 1. So at the 6:45, you are able to see the join button. If you simply click on the join button, it directly reverts to the Zoom account. Okay. So second way, how to join via YouTube. So here is the one link actually. You are able to see one banner. So you need to simply click on that. It will directly revert it to the YouTube. That's it. It's very simple to join the session. Okay. So next thing is that how to access the recordings, material, and how to give the attendance by using LMS. Okay. Everybody is with me, guys? Yes. Okay, good. So at the left hand side on the LMS home, you are able to see your classroom name. Be like your classroom is Simplified Full Stack Development EDL program. Okay. So here is one blue arrow. So simply click on that arrow, then you will revert it to the My Library. Okay. So here is the 2 tabs. One is curriculum and second is the Meet. Okay. So in Meet, there is one more option to join the sessions. If you're not able to find in home, you can see in the Meet as well. Then we'll move to the curriculum. So here is one option. Please submit your attendance and feedback form. Okay. So on a daily basis, guys, you need to fill your attendance and feedback form. And the link will be open between 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And why you need to fill the attendance form? Because 60% attendance is mandatory, and we are also getting to know how the sessions are going on. What's the feedback from your side? If you're facing any difficulty, you can put in the feedback. Okay. So here is the way to fill the attendance form, and the attendance link will be open between 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. on a daily basis. Okay. So second thing is that let me back to one step. And here is one more option. Just need to move these ones. Okay, so here is one more option, session recordings. Okay, so if you see here, you are able to see the day one recording. Okay, so day one is just going on. Okay, so you will get this recording by today end of the day. Okay, so this is the way how to access the attendance and the session recordings, and we are going to upload the material as well here only. Okay, that's the simple way to access the LMS. Still, if you are facing any difficulties while accessing the LMS, I'm going to share one email ID with you guys. So please drop an email to edl@excelr.com. Our team will help you on the same. To accessing the LMS, they will connect with you personally. So I'm sharing that email ID in the chat box. Please take it up. Okay, one more concern is there actually from the few team members. Be like, I have a LMS access. I am in the home, but I'm not able to see my classroom. And the classroom is Simplified training program and full stack development. Okay, so here is the, sorry guys. So you just need to go in the store, and in the store, you are able to see that classroom and you are able to enroll on yourself. Okay, so you are able to see Simplified full stack development. Click on enroll now. Then again, click on enroll now. And here is one option, the proceed. So click on proceed. So you will get the notification, congrats, your order has been successfully placed. Just come back into the home, refresh one, and you are able to see your classroom on your dashboard. That's it. That's the simple way to access the LMS. If you have any query or question, please drop in the chat box. I will take it up, or else we'll start with the session. Okay, I need to share the edl@excelr.com mail ID over YouTube as well. Yeah, sure, guys. Sir, the link is not working. Which link is not working, guys? I did not get my verification email to my mail. Varsha, so do one thing, just forget your mail, then no need to do a verification. Sir, do we get any participation certificate? Yes, guys. So you will get the participation certificate, but attendance is a mandatory. You need to mark your attendance on a daily basis. 60% attendance is mandatory to get the certificate. Okay. No question right now. All clear, sir. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm done with my LMS KT. So today we have Mr. Sunny Kumar with us, and he have more than 9 years plus experience in the IT industry. So he will be there for next 5 days with us. So Sunny, over to you. We'll start with the session.
Yeah, thanks, Emma. Thanks.
Yeah.
So hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for joining for the today's session. Let me quickly share my screen, and you can confirm me if you can see my screen. Let me know once my screen is up.
Yeah, it's visible completely.
Okay, thanks, Emma, for sharing. Others, hope you are okay. Good evening again, and let's have a quick hello first. So, like Amar already introduced me, I have more than 9 years of experience. I am working as a full stack Java developer, and I'm working in both front end, back end, and all the layers. So that's what we will be covering in these sessions also today. And these 5 days, I will be with you, and I will be breaking down the full stack development session, how it looks like, what is full stack development, what is front end, back end. Already these terms are very familiar, and you guys might be aware of this also. So we'll start from zero, and we'll go to the basics, fundamentals, and everything we'll be touching it. So that's all about me, and hope you enjoy the session. And if you have any questions, feel free to ping in the chat, or you can respond in the call. I will be there to answer your queries. Okay. So something about us, like we are an initiative of IIT. I am an SB alumni, and we have already trained more than 2 lakh participants globally. And we have spread all across the globe, and we have tie-ups with more than 450 plus companies and 2000 plus companies we are helping in the placement.
Sunny, can you please be a little bit louder actually? We're just missing your voice a little bit. So be a
Oh,
closer a
okay.
little bit and be a louder if possible.
Sure, sure. Is it better now?
Yeah, is it better now?
Okay, sure. Let me continue. So like we said, these are some of the hiring partners we have, and we have more than 2,000 plus hiring partners with which we help you in learning and with the internship and the training. So we will be there with you from beginning, right from understanding the basics, going till the higher level of concepts, programs, practice, real-time scenarios, real-time projects, which you can add it in your resume if you are appearing for the interviews. So this will give you a boost. So this will be very much useful, and this is what recruiters are looking for nowadays. Okay. If you have any questions, I will be still waiting in the chat. So yeah. So yeah. So this is what we are going to cover. This will be our journey, the 5 days. These are the things we are going to cover. Okay. So day one, like today we will be covering what is a full stack development course, what is front end, back end, database. These are the things we are going to touch. And we'll be mostly focusing on HTML side today. So there are many things like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, many languages, front end, back end, all of this together comments, it makes a full stack course and full stack application. So we'll be seeing everything. So this is just the overview of our journey. Second day, we will be touching the CSS and JavaScript concepts. Okay, we'll be having the fundamentals of CSS, how it works. We'll be taking some code snippets. We'll be going through that. We'll be discussing that. Then on the third day, we'll be covering Java because this is a Java full stack course. So this is called Java full stack course because we are using Java here as the backend language. And then we'll have some introduction to React and Angular. These are the popular front-end technologies that are being used for designing our front-end application or any thing which we make in the real-time world. Okay. Then we'll be seeing the database concepts, like every application needs connect to some database, right? So what are the database and frameworks? Those topics we'll be covering in the final day of our session, that is on the day 5. And then along with this, I have planned to share with you interview questions that you can have a look. I have prepared a couple of interview questions. Those are frequently asked by the recruiters. So I will be showing that to you, and we can have a quick look, and we can have a walkthrough, and we can discuss on that so that you are better prepared for your interviews and you get some confidence from your interview point of view. Okay. And guys, feel free to ping me or interrupt me if you need anything. Okay. Someone is pinging, my voice is not clear. So is it now? Is it not clear? Can you please confirm, guys? I'm audible or not?
Is it clear actually, but just little bit low. If you're a little bit louder, na, then it will be good actually. Okay, because participants are there on YouTube as well, na, so that will be facing a problem.
Okay, let me get more closer to the microphone. Okay, I see it's clear now. Okay.
Yes.
Fine, right, sir? Okay, so let's move to the next slide. So today, since it's our first day, we'll cover what is full stack development, what are the fundamentals of HTML. This is what we are going to cover today. So what is this term called full stack development? This is where our focus will be for today's session. So these are the topics which we are going to touch today. What is full stack development? What are the components? Components in the sense an application consists of multiple layers. Like you guys have many applications in your mobiles and we are using it in our day-to-day life, right? Like Amazon, Flipkart, we are surrounded with applications. So we'll break down it from basics, right? From the front end to the back end till the database layer. We'll see how it works, how it is created, how it is being used in communication over across the internet. What are the applications which need internet? Which are the applications which work without internet? So all these things we are going to cover. Okay. Then we'll start with the introduction to HTML. We'll see the basics of HTML. How do we create an HTML? This HTML is nothing but a language which is used to create the front-end application. Okay. Then we'll see what are the tags, the basic fundamentals we are going to touch here, along with some code examples and snippets like I told you. Then we'll have some fun facts. We'll see whether you are already aware of that or not. If not, by the end of the session, you are going to take that with us today. And like I said, we are prepared for interview questions that I will be sharing with you at the end of the session. Okay. So before I start, I have a quick question to everyone. What do you understand by this word called application? I hope everyone have heard this question. So what is an application? What do you understand by this? Just quick respond in the chat, or you can respond. Anything is fine. What do you understand by application? Apps. Okay. Okay. I'm saying apps. Software. Yes, that is also correct. Correct. Any more answers, guys? What is an application? What do you understand by this word? APK, software platform. That's correct. Ravindra says, yeah, software. That's correct. Yes, you guys are actually correct. Taking input from the user. Now you are breaking down. Shagufta has given a detailed explanation. Taking input from the user and showing some functionality. That's perfect. Okay, web application. Yeah, you guys are all correct. So this is what and you guys are surrounded with applications, right? If you just open your mobile, you will have more applications than number of your contacts in your mobile. Correct or not, guys? We are surrounded with flooded with applications, whether it is mobile or our desktop. So this has become an integral part of our life now. So that's what we are going to see. What is an application and how we are creating it end-to-end, being a developer in the software field. How do you create it? How do we use it? How do you host it in the internet? Okay. Application means sets of program. Yeah, that's also correct. So let's see some of the buzzwords which we have in the industry. So these are some of the terms, like you guys already explained what is an application. You can see some more words on my screen. Something called as standalone and web application. Something called as server. This server word you might have definitely heard somewhere. Server is down, server is not responding, right? Yes, no, guys, something? Okay. So there is something called client server architecture and deployment. I'm not sure if you have heard of this word or not, but that's fine. Even if you have not heard, we'll break it down. By the end of this session, you will understand each and every term, what all we are seeing here. Okay. Oh, sorry. My screen is getting stuck every time. Screen is visible, right? Okay, so I hope everyone has used this Amazon in their mobile, or Flipkart, or like Swiggy, Zomato. This everyone is using, right? So you guys are using it in your mobile, and you guys are using it in the desktop also, or your laptop also, correct? Same application, Amazon.com, or whether it is Flipkart.com or anything, the same thing you can access it on your mobile, whether it is a tablet or phone or in the desktop, right? You see the screen resolution. Some screens are much bigger, and some are like your mobile size, very small, or depending upon iPad or whatever you are using it. At that, it is an application, right? It is one single application called Amazon or Flipkart or Yatra or Myntra, correct? But we can access it on multiple devices. Once it is created, we can access it either on your laptop or mobile, like that. So how is it actually working? That's what we are going to see. Okay, once the application is created, it is accessible on all the devices. So let me show you some next screen. So like this application is called Amazon and all. Do you need internet to access this or not, guys? Yes, no, Amazon.com, Flipkart.com, Swiggy.com. Do we need internet? Without internet, can we use this? Amazon, Flipkart, Swiggy, these kind of applications. We cannot use, right? Since they need internet connection, right? Yes, you guys are correct. I can see the response in the chat. So these applications which need internet, right, to be connected and to be working, they are called web applications. Why? Because they are hosted on the web. They are hosted on some server. Okay, but the applications which you are seeing to your right, like Notepad or some offline games you guys once download it and keep on playing it, right? Or calculator. You don't need internet to use that. Correct, guys? Yes or no? So there are a couple of applications. There are applications. What we can see from the screen, what we are understanding is like some applications need internet connectivity, but some applications do not need internet connection. This means applications can be categorized into two types. One, which is called web application, which requires internet. And the second buzzword, if you remember the first screen I showed, they are called standalone applications. Why? Because they can be run on your system local. They do not need internet. Okay. This is the difference between standalone application and web application. So with the technologies like HTML, Java, Python, C, all these things, once you learn, right, you can create both kind of applications. Not only web application, we can create standalone applications also. Okay. So this is what we do. And this is the basic difference between standalone application and the web applications. Okay. Let me move to next screen. So like I said, with this image, you will get some idea, like this is what we are doing on day-to-day basis, right? We open our laptop, mobile, tablets, or whatever it is. We connect to the internet, and then we start accessing whatever we want to do, like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. We do these things, right? Okay, I'm seeing some questions like related to project. I will answer to that at the end of the session, okay? Okay, so these applications, once you connect to internet, right? So once you connect to the internet, your internet again connects to the server, okay? Once it connects to the server, then you are able to access the applications. This is how we used to work, right? So whenever you connect to your device through the internet connects to some server. On this server, your Amazon or Flipkart or Swiggy, Zomato, they have different servers. In one server, we can have multiple projects also. Okay, I mean multiple applications, multiple web apps, but generally different applications have their own servers. So this is how it actually works in real time. You access as an end user from your device. You connect to the internet sends the request to the server. On this server, the actual application is running. So server is something which is running all the time, 24/7. We use it for some time and we go to sleep, right? We go to sleep and we shut down our mobiles, but this server never stops. Because if this server stops, the applications which are running on this server, they will stop. Correct? And if they stop, you can think like Facebook or LinkedIn, they will also stop because they are also running on the server. Got it? So this server should not get crashed. It should be running up always, and it should be running smooth so that applications do not get hampered. So this is how the applications are hosted on the internet. The client sends requests across the internet and you get some response from the server. Like say you are logging in or you are sharing some post or pics or commenting or something like that. You are sending some request on YouTube to watch a video. So something you are sending to the server through the internet. Internet sends it to the server. On that, the application receives your request and then it gives a response back through the server, through the internet to your device. That's how the whole communication happens to and fro. Got it, guys? Got some idea at least? Yes, no? You can ping in the chat. High level idea how this request response is happening. Okay, cool. I can see the answers. So when you send some requests, so suppose I am logging in and then someone else, Rahul is logging in or Aryan is logging in or Prachi is logging in. How does this server know which person has logged in? There can be n number of users, right? So to store the details of n number of users or to show the response, like take the example of Amazon, simple website. It has lakhs of products, right? So those lakhs of product needs to be stored somewhere, right? There should be some database or some kind of thing, no? From where, that's correct. Ajax cookies, like whatever you guys are thinking, those are also correct. But I'm pointing to database. There should be some database, some repository where millions of data are stored, right? Correct? Yes, correct. Lakshmi says server should know from where the request is coming. Yeah, that's all the part of the process. Correct. But high level, what I'm saying is application as an end user, you are running from the client. It's running on the internet. internet, through the internet, you send the request to the server, then server sends it to the database, whichever database or file system it is connected. So let me show you the next image, then you can relate it more. So this is what I was referring. As a client, whether your mobile, laptop, or whatever device you are using, you send a request. Your request goes to the server. On this server, your applications are being hosted. Okay. When your application receives the request, if it needs some validations or if it wants to send some data back to the user, it will go and check in the database. After some validations and processing, it will send the request back to the server, and server will send the response back to the client, and that response is visible to the user and us, whatever we requested for. That's how the end-to-end communication happens across the internet. Clear? Server and database, what is the difference? Ravindra is asking. So server and database. See, server is something which is on which your application is hosted. You saw one word called deployment. I showed you that buzzword. So server is somewhere your application is deployed. Deployed in the sense you created an application in your local machine, right? In your computer, you created some application, say something like yatra.com or any application, Dunzo or Rapido. You created some application like that in your local machine, your desktop or laptop. But how will I use it? It needs to be public, right? It needs to be hosted somewhere, no? So server is something where you are hosting your application, where you are deploying your application. And then when someone, and in the server, like anyone connect to the through the internet, right? Through HTTP request, you can connect. So like that's how the server is there where your application is hosted. And database is something where the actual data is stored. There are millions of users' data, product name, product description, product price, or user ID, password, right? Your contact number, all these things, this physical data where it is stored is called database. Got it? So database is something where your actual data is stored. Server is something where application is running. Think like this, okay? So that's the difference between server and database. Hope I'm clear, Ravindra. Okay? Okay, cool. So let's move to next. So whenever you use an application, so what do you see in the front end? You simply, let's take now example of Swiggy, Zomato. It's already dinner time. So everyone will be thinking of food, definitely, right? So what you see in your Swiggy app or Zomato app, you see the image of a pizza, right? You see the account and you see, what you say, like price and all. You see the discount coupons and all those things. So this is what you are seeing it. Once you finalize, okay, I have to eat this pizza and burger today, you start placing the orders, right? You go into your account, you log into your Swiggy account, and then you start adding items to your cart, and then you put it in the cart. You pay the price, and then you order it, and you can see, okay, this is your order placed, and you can start tracking the order, right? Simple process we do day to day. From morning to evening, we are doing this. Correct, guys? Yes, no, all good. Swiggy, dinner time, guys. Hope we are connected, right? Yes. So what happens? What happened? You saw something on your mobile. You saw some menu. So whatever you are seeing, that is called as front end. Whatever you see in the front end. As an end user, whatever you see is called front end. That is called front end of the application. So application can be divided. A web application or any application can be divided into two parts. One is called as front end and one is called as back end. Okay. So front end is something, like I said, is visible. So what is back end actually? Back end is where your data gets processed and the type of response you get from the server where your application is hosted, right? It means, like, if I break it down more simpler, you as an end user, suppose Dipti or Jyoti, these people have logged in. So how does Swiggy know? This is Dipti's account, this is Jyoti's account, this is Rahul's account. Somewhere data is going. First, you have to log in, right? If you are not logged in, you cannot place an order. Correct, guys? So some of your data is getting sent to Swiggy, Zomato. Correct? So all your data is gone there. They validate your account. Okay, that's the valid user. And payment is done. While making payment also, if you are placing an order, your bank doesn't have a sufficient balance. Can you place the order, guys? You guys have definitely tried that, I know, but you cannot do it. There is something, someone is checking it in the backend, right? And after proper validation checks are done, it says insufficient balance or something like that. You get something you can see in the front end, right? But who is doing this checking and processing in the backend? Who is doing this validation, checking your balance, or checking whether the item is available in the stock or not? Some calculation and some processing can happen, right? Those we cannot see it. We as an end user see the message only, correct? But all this processing of data, validation checks, availability, non-availability, valid request, valid response, these processing happens in the backend, which we cannot generally see. So that's what this image can illustrate you. So whatever you see is the front end, whatever you don't see is the backend. And backend is responsible how the application will behave, what kind of response you will get after processing the data and checks and all, what kind of response you are going to see in the front end. Clear, guys? Yes, no, all good. Hope we are connected so far. Okay, is it easy, hard, difficult, full stack? We are covering full stack. You at the end of the session, you will understand, okay, this was so easy, huh? Yeah, actually, this is yeah, correct. Amazing learning. Yeah, I can see, but yeah, that's how you will feel like it's full stack is very easy. It's simply people have made it complicated. Exactly, it's very simple. It's very simple. Only they have created some different names: standalone application, web application, server, deployment, this, that, blah, blah. These are just words. At the end, we are doing whatever we are doing day to day. No? This is what full stack development. So don't get scared with something called full stack development. No, it's too easy. It's too easy. Yes, we'll see some snippets also. We'll see some snippets, and let's move to the next slide. Okay. So hope you got some idea about the front end and back end. So with this image, I'm just summing up whatever we covered so far. Okay. So let's take the simple. You can relate it with any application, Facebook, WhatsApp, or I mean, even WhatsApp also you can access through web also and mobile also, right, guys? You guys might have tried it, no? At the end, WhatsApp is a simple application, one application only, but you can access it through web app also, through mobile also. Okay, you send some request, it goes to the server. On this server, the WhatsApp is running. Okay, so on this server, when the WhatsApp is running, you send some request or Facebook, anything. You send a request, the request goes to the server. Here, all the backend activities happen. If some data is needed for validation, or if some file is needed for supporting, so it will just server will communicate with the backend or file server. It will do all the processing and send back the response to the device or the user from where it was requested. Okay, so you can see, right, how the front end and back end are divided. At least you can get some image. Hope you can make some, you can visualize something now. What is front end, what is back end? Yes, no, guys, some responses I need. Okay, I can see some responses. Cool. So front end and back end, this is what we covered. So let's move to the next slide, and then we can see what happens. So these are the languages which we use. So for creating front end and back end, different languages are required. Right? Let's take a simple example. I'll tell you, like, since it's night time, dinner time, let's take the example of food. If you guys, some of you are, I hope you guys are very good cook. If some of you are there. So I'm just taking an example. For preparing milk or tea, will you use the vessel for biryani, or for making biryani, will you use the vessel for making tea? We cannot interchange, right? Different vessels are required for different things. Correct now? Yes or no, guys? For preparing tea or for going with some process, there is some process, there are some utensils, there is some process. You cannot make the same tea with the process you make biryani, right? Same way, yeah, correct. I can see your responses. Thanks, guys. Thanks for responding. I see this is a very active audience, and you guys are enjoying the story. It's not full stack, it's a story. Listen to the story, you will understand the whole full stack. This is so much easy. Okay. Okay, so like I said, for preparing one kind of dish, you have a proper menu. I mean, not menu, procedure. And that ingredients, everything is different, right? Biryani is different, tea is different. Exactly. Ravindra is saying vessel for biryani is small, bowl for tea. Correct. You guys are taking my examples also very seriously. I like the audience. Okay, nice guys, cool. So what I'm saying is front end, when you make front end means like we just discussed, right? Whatever is visible to you, whether it is on your mobile or whether it is on your desktop. Okay. So the front end, whatever you need in the slide, you can see these are some of the languages. And not only these are there are many. Okay, these are the popular ones which are trending in the market. Okay, if you know some of these, even if you know one of these, no, you can crack any of the interviews. Okay, even if you know two languages out of this list, whatever you are seeing in the slide, you can crack any interview. Okay, you are good to jump in the industry. Okay, but yeah, so we'll come to that one later. But see, these are the languages basically HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, Angular, React, Node, Vue.js, many of these. These are all front end languages. Okay, using this, you design the front end. For back end, there are many languages like you can see in the slide. We have Java, Python, C#, .NET, Ruby, Rails. All these things are backend languages. You can think of like these are the backend languages we use for creating the backend services on which the server, this application will be hosted. Okay. Clear, guys? Got some idea about the languages? Okay, you guys might be already started practicing with some of the languages. Maybe you guys will be familiar. Even if not, don't worry, we are there to start with zero to hero. That's what our plan is. That's what our agenda is. Okay. So yeah, so these are some of the languages, like I said. So we'll be focusing on them. So since we have very limited span of time, let's jump. We'll see high level things, what these languages can do. Okay. So these are some of the skills and which we will be using for creating an end-to-end application. So like, since you call it full stack development, right? Full stack means a person or a developer or a coder or any guy, okay, who can create both front end and back end is called a full stack developer. Means he can design the front end layer, he can design the back end layer where the logics and applications are happening, and the database side as well, where the data are kept. Okay, so if a person knows end to end, he or she is called a full stack developer. This is the simple term you can say as a full stack developer. Means he can work in any of the layers. Got it? So full stack means like you got some idea, right? Front end, back end, and database, all the layers he or she is comfortable. He can maintain and manage the end-to-end application. By one person can manage everything. This is what a full stack means. So the first row you can see Java, Python. These are the languages we use for creating the backend. Okay, when you use Java as a full stack development, Java is the primary language. This is called Java full stack course. When you use Python, this is called Python full stack course. Okay, that's how the naming convention comes. Okay, and these are the frameworks. Okay, these are the frameworks. The frameworks are like Spring MVC, Spring Boot, Spring Security. These are the supporting, you can say, like frameworks which make your application more robust and more powerful, you can say, and more efficient. Okay. These layers, the second layer you can see is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, API. These are front-end layers. Whatever you can see is created by using these languages. We already saw in the previous slide, right, guys? Sir, can we use JavaScript for backend? We can use it by making some tweak. Okay, we can do it. You can do it, but with JavaScript, it will be very complicated. Okay, this Java and all makes your code very easy. Okay, that's why we use all these languages. With JavaScript, there are limited things which you can do. And to make it more simple, these languages are used and these frameworks are used. It makes your life easy. You can do it with JavaScript also. Okay, Shubham? Okay. Now let's move to database side. So final layer, if you remember, we have divided our application into 3 layers, right? Front end, back end, and the database layer, correct? Okay, am I not audible properly, guys? Can you please confirm? Okay, clear, fine. Okay, fine. So in the database layer, we have MySQL. These are the languages which are used for creating the database. Okay, Postgres, Oracle, MySQL, SQL, PLSQL, many tools. I mean, languages and tools are there. Some are paid, some are free. Okay, so depending upon the organization, what your organization is using, they choose this. Okay, for your learning, you can download anything. PLSQL or Excel, or these are the free versions. There are paid versions also, but we can use anything. Okay. Okay. Then once you create the application, it should be kept somewhere, right? Like let's take the example of biryani. You prepared the biryani, you prepared something, and then you will not keep it in the vessel only, right? To serve it and to give it to everyone, you need to put it in some tray or some serving bowl or something, right? From where everyone can take it. Correct? No? Yes or no? Yes, no, guys. When you prepare, just compare this web development with preparing biryani. Then it will be very easy. Okay. Even if you are not a cook, that's fine. Think of like you are preparing biryani for today's session. Okay. So what will happen here? Once your item is ready, you need to place it somewhere, right? So that someone can get it served hot and crispy. They can take it, right? Same way, when you create the web application, you need to keep it somewhere. So that place is called as repository. Repository is the term they are using it in the industry. Okay, it is where your code will be placed. Suppose Lakshmi is creating some application or Shubham is creating some application. Both of them are working on same application called Facebook. So for post, Shubham is working, and for video section, Lakshmi is working. So both of them then are working for Facebook only, right? Correct, guys? They are working on different modules. There are many modules in an application. No? So I'm just taking the example of Facebook now. There is a post section, there is a short section, there is news section. So different people are working on different modules. So once your code is ready, everyone needs to put it in some common place. No, that common place is called a repository. Okay, that is called repository. So this Git, SVN, all these things are called repository, where you can keep your code and everybody can see it. What you have done, what I have done. If I need your code, I can take it from there. If you need my code, you can take it from there. So you will have a single merge code at one place. This is called repository. Got it? Clear with repository? Some idea what is a repository? You keep your code there. That's all. And everyone can see your code from there, or anyone can contribute to that repository also. Okay. Okay, I see some responses. That's fine. I hope you guys are following, and this is not getting boring, right? Hope you guys are enjoying so far. I have not made any complicated terms. I'm not using any technical terms so far. This is what full stack development is. It is very easy. Pure English, pure communication. This is full stack. Okay, clear, guys? Yes, no, all good. Are we connected so far? Yes, no. I need some responses, guys. Shall we proceed? Yes. Okay. Cool. Okay. Hope you guys are enjoying it. So, like I said, these were the ingredients. So these, you can think like these are the tools. Now we need some tools, right, to prepare some front end and back end. So these are the tools. Think it like some utensils. You need bowl or spoon, something like that. No. So these are like your you can think of like these are the tools which you use for creating your application. So JDK is something called Java Development Kit. You need it for creating the backend application. To write some code, right? You cannot write everything in Notepad or WordPad, right? So there is something called as an editor. So Eclipse, IntelliJ, all these things are like a kind of tools where you can create your backend application. Okay. Then there are many tools, SQL and Workbench, Maven, all these things together, they contribute for the full stack development. Okay. Yes, correct. Containerization, everything. You guys are already aware of these terms, right? It will become easy for me. I can see all the answers. Okay, fine. Okay, let me move to the next slide. People are already answering it in the chat. So by this so far, what we covered is full stack development. We understood like a full stack is something which comprises of front end and back end. Okay. And you have something like to design the user interface, okay, where the user can interact. will have some buttons, you will have some text fields. So that's what is called a user interface, an interface where the user can interact. So this is what is the front end layer. And being a full stack developer, if you know all the layers, you are not only an expert, you are an asset to the organization where you will be joining or where you are working, because you can work in all the layers. You not only know front end, someone who knows front end, he or she will also get a job. Someone who knows back end, he or she will also get a job. Someone who knows database side, he or she will also get a job. But think of yourself as a project manager or a product owner. You are a manager, and there are two persons. One knows only one layer, either front end or back end, and one person is there who knows everything. Front end also, back end also, database also. Being a manager, which person you are going to prefer for your company? The one who knows everything, or the one who knows little in one section, only front end guy or a back end guy? Which one you will prefer, guys? Being a manager or being a recruiter? Exactly. One who knows everything. So this is not like he or she is very genius. Also, he is actually who knows everything. He is a genius, no doubt. Exactly, whole information. This person can be deployed in any of the department. He can play any of the role. He can be put into any of the team. He can lead the whole team in going future with his experience, right? And package point of view, at the end we are working for package and money, right? So definitely the person who knows full stack, means front end, back end, database, will be definitely paid more than the person who knows only front end or back end or database. So from all point of view, not only financial, technical, you can say mindset also, and technical growth also, the person who knows all the layers is an asset in himself. Okay. Okay, let's move to the next slide. I hope you are getting, guys, some ideas. Okay, clear, right? So far we are connected, no, guys? Yes, no? Okay, super. So this is what we covered so far, high level, front end, back end, and database layer. And now we'll see something about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. These are the languages, basic languages, which we use to design our front end. So HTML stands for markup language. This is a markup language. Okay. CSS is something used for designing your page. So your page, whatever you are seeing in the front end, right? Correct. Hypertext markup language. That's correct. So whatever you see in the front end is created by using these three as the base. Okay. HTML is there, CSS is there, JavaScript is also there. So using these three things, you create your front end interface, user interface. Okay. These are some front end languages, popular languages, which we are using for creating the front end application. HTML is the base. On top of that, we can use JS, jQuery, TypeScript, CSS, Vue.js, React.js, AngularJS. These are the trending technologies in the market. Okay. If you know all these things, you can create a very smooth application. Smooth in the sense, it will be very fast, responsive, and it will be very eye-catching. Okay. Will you like some application which is very slow and keeps on loading and loading and loading and keeps you redirecting from one page to another? No one likes that kind of application, right? So with only HTML, you cannot create something like that, very smooth application. So you have to use all these things along with HTML, JavaScript, jQuery, Angular, or React, or anything. So they are kind of together, they will help you in creating a smooth application. With HTML also, you can create one simple project, okay? But that will not be as smooth as combination of these. Got it? So we need everything. Exactly. Faster performance. Yeah. Everyone likes that good code, optimized code. So with all these things, you can create a proper application. Okay? Cool, guys? Yes, no? All good? Okay. Let's start focusing on something in detail. HTML. We'll just see the fundamentals. What it is. Already you guys covered in the chat. I can see many answers, many responses, and you guys are already, I think, playing with the code. So you guys already know a lot of things. So yeah, I'm here just to revise everything and give you an overview of full stack development. So you guys already know what is a full stack development. The thing is, no one has explained you the structure. You know already. but now you will understand, okay, I already knew, but I didn't know some of the terms. So yeah, that's what is called full stack development. We are breaking it down step by step. So let's focus on the HTML. Okay. Rishikesh is saying, what about full stack app development? We are talking about web app. What about applications? Yes. So at the end of the project creation, you will use all the languages, right? Using everything, once you create the application and deploy it on some server, your application is ready. That's what we saw in the previous slides, right? Once you create your application, host it on the server, everyone can use it. Okay, we'll see. Let's focus on the HTML section now. Okay, so what is HTML? Already you guys responded it. Okay. So like you said, hypertext markup language, I can see many answers there. And what is it doing actually? This HTML is actually giving the content and structure of the web pages. So whatever page you design, how your page will look, that's what HTML helps in creating. Where the button will be placed, correct, client side language. Client means user side. How the page will look to an end user, where the button will be there, where the cart will be placed, what will be the color of my button, how many buttons will be there. Okay, how many, like if you say Myntra, how many, when I just log into Myntra, how many shirts or jeans or suits or jeans, everything I can see in the login page. So the appearance, correct, Lakshmi says appearance of our web page. So that's what, how does your web page looks like? This is what an HTML is helping you in creating it. So using HTML language, using this language, you can design our page. Okay, this is the base for creating our applications. So there are many tags and there are many elements, attributes, and functionalities. So we'll not see, we are not going to cover everything, but high level idea I'll give you by the end of the session, definitely. Okay. So what's the basic structure of HTML document? Let's see that. So every HTML document has something called as doc type, head and body. In that you are writing the code. This is what you will be seeing in your HTML application. Okay. Correct. I can see some answers, boilerplate code and all. Correct. This is the boilerplate code. You are correct. So whenever, if you want to just do some experiment, right? Just right click on your page on the browser and view source. There is an option called view source. You can see the whole web page of your application. Okay. And I'll give you one simple trick. After this session, do one thing. Just open anything, Facebook or Twitter or anything. Go to page source. Copy the whole code blindly. Paste it in a notepad with your name and just save it .html and then run the code. You will see that we have cloned the application. Whatever you clone it, right? You can see the entire web page is getting cloned. Some things will not work, but try this out after the end of the session. Okay. What you have to do is copy the source code of any website, paste it in a notepad and save it as an HTML and run it and see what happens. You have just cloned the application. It's so easy. Okay. So that's how the HTML page section, there is a body section, HTML head. These are the tags. We'll see slowly in the going slides. Okay. See what are the elements and paragraphs, headings, and all these things. We'll see. I can see a lot of examples in the chat. Yeah, thank you guys for bringing your answers. These are really interesting responses I'm getting in the chat. Okay. So yeah, HTML tags, what is there? It says how you define your page. Like I said, right, there will be links, there will be text fields, there will be radio buttons, checkboxes. So how you define your page? Defining means, suppose in your copy or notebook also you are creating a drawing or a scenery, right? You decide where the tree will be there, where the sun will be there. Like that, this is similar to that. How you design your front end, the UI. So using these tags, inbuilt tags, you are designing the front end application. In the next slide, I'll show you some snippets. It's not the full code, it's some snippet to give you some idea how the HTML code looks like. Okay. Already these things are pasted in the chat. Many people have already pinged beautiful answers. I'm seeing that also. Thank you guys for sharing some snippets from your end. So this is a very simple snippet. You can see it starts with an HTML tag and ends with an HTML tag. So these are called paired tags. Every HTML element will have a starting tag and an ending tag. Okay. So in that you have head, it will give you heading. Okay. Okay, some nice comment from Ravindra. Thanks, Ravindra, for your comment. And then body, and then paragraph, then UL list, and some items. This is what it's, and then there is a link where you have a click here text. You click on that, it will redirect you to www.example.com. So that's the basic, very basic snippet. Using this, you can create your HTML pages. Okay, there are many tags. We'll just see some of the fundamentals. Okay. Okay, now what we can see is some fun facts about HTML. Okay, hope my screen is still visible and you guys can see my screen, right? So do you know this thing? The first one is kind of interesting, right? The first website which was ever created is still active. It's still online. This was built by Tim Berners-Lee. Okay, and this is actually providing the information about www, whatever we are using, no, www.console.com. So about that, it's still live. Okay, and the most used tag is called div tag. In any of the application, you will see div tag is the most frequently used tag. This is the most frequently used. So div tag is the one which is used in any of the codes front end maximum number of times. Okay, got it? Any questions, guys, so far? Yes. Headings and all, they are used once or twice, but div you will see everywhere. Okay, most of the time, this is the thing that is you will see that will be in many places. Okay, so it's just a fun fact. It's not like a hard and fast rule. Okay, and yeah, that's all. Now let's see. We'll see some of the questions related to HTML. Okay, what they can ask you in the interview and what we can expect. This is what we are going to see. But before that, do you guys want some break? Yes, no? After that, we'll just see the questions. No break, no break. Yes, no. Okay, continue, sir. I think we should take some break, guys. Let's take a quick break. If you have any questions, then fine. Let's take 5-10 minutes break, not more than that I'm asking. Let's take 5 minutes breaks and then we can join, okay? Yeah, let's take 5-minute break, guys. 5-10 minutes, not more than that. Okay. We'll connect after 5 to 10 minutes max, okay? Let's take a break and we'll be back. We'll just see the interview questions after this break, okay? Some of the interview questions, they will be asking you. So even if you are not aware with the answers or questions, no, do not worry. Take this as a note, okay? And this will help you in learning, okay? And these interview questions you can expect, mostly they will ask these kind of questions only. This is just like basic questions, okay? So you can just have a revision or you can prepare more questions also. But yeah, these are the basic questions they're asking in the interviews. So we'll see those questions. And if you have any questions, we'll discuss on that. And then we can wind up. That will be all for today. Let's take 10 minutes break and we'll be back. Okay. Okay, guys. See you after 10 minutes. Okay, guys, I'm back. Hope you guys are also back after the break. Can you hear me? Can you please confirm, guys? Hope you can hear me. Yes, no. Okay, okay. Okay, so like I promised in the beginning, I'll be sharing you some of the questions which are very frequently used. You can have a look at that. If you don't know about HTML, that is also fine. Take it as a notes and keep it like a preparation item for your interviews. Okay, this will definitely, you will see some of the questions from here, and you will be seeing more also. I have not taken more, but yeah, these are the frequently asked questions. Okay, so I have placed the answers also. I'm not placing it like a quiz kind of thing. So answers are also there. We'll have a questions, answers, and then we'll see the discussion also on top of that. Okay. So are you guys ready to see the questions, the common questions which they are asking in the interviews? You guys might already be knowing some of the answers, but this is what they will ask you in the interview also. So let's see. Let's have a look. Okay, guys. Shall we start? Okay, cool. I'm getting some responses, and let me show you some of the questions. So hope my screen is visible to everyone. Guys, yes or no? Okay, so these are the very simple questions they will ask, and they will try to confuse you, but you should not get confused. Okay, once you learn the basics, since we have very less time here, right? I cannot explain each and every tag, but high level I can give you the idea. So hope you got the idea of how the HTML looks like. There are many tags, many attributes, and many things you can do with this HTML. You can play with it, and do not forget to clone the application today at the end of the session. Okay. Just clone any application of your choice, save it in the notepad, the source, and just try to run it with .html, just saving the file as .html. And see the magic of HTML, okay? Let's start looking at some of the questions. So the first question, they will ask you, mostly they will not ask, but you should know the full form of HTML, okay? What is the full form of HTML, guys? Already the answers are written here, but yeah, you should know this. Hypertext Markup Language, okay? So remember this, don't get confused. Sometimes in MCQ, they can give it this view. Okay, then which tag is used to create a hyperlink in HTML? Hyperlink means something which you click. You click on the website, right? There are many links. You click on the promo and you are redirected to some page. So those kind of things which you see in a website. Correct, anchor tag. Already, yeah, that's correct. So anchor tag is there. In that, you can put href. Href is an attribute. Along with that tag, we give some attributes and some descriptions and all. So this tag, using this tag, you can start creating your anchor tags and links. So this will be the kind of question they can ask, which is the tag used to create. Correct. I can see a lot of responses in the chat. So yeah, using anchor tag, you can create links. Not using link, h1, img, no, they're all different. So there are many tags. Many tags are there, depending upon your use case and depending upon the requirement of the project and the application. You can design the, you can select the attributes and tags according to your requirement. So you should know each and every tag. They're very simple. You can start exploring. We have a lot of materials in our portal, LMS, and there are many free sources also. You can refer anything. So just be familiar, try to do some small examples. This will help you. Okay. Okay, guys. And let's see the next question. What we have is, which is the correct tag for inserting a line break? So line break is something like you have, suppose, 2 buttons. So one button you want just below the second button. Okay. Then which is the tag you use? What is the tag in HTML? So this is something called as using angle bracket BR. So BR tag is something like that, which will just give a line break. This is called line break, just like hitting the enter button in your keyboard. Okay. So this is where you use this BR tag. Okay. Then what we have is bulleted list. So there are many lists. You might have seen, right? List of people, list of players in a team. So some lists are numbered. Some you can see with the round black shape bullets. Some are on order list. Some are organized list. Sometimes there is no list. Just they are printed like that. Okay. So these are the tags which you use for creating a bulleted list in HTML. Okay. So how do you create it? Using UL tag, unordered list. Okay. Okay, I have a question. What software we use for creating? I mean, you are referring to, Ashok is referring to creating the front-end application, right? For creating an HTML, you do not need any software. You can simply write it in a notepad and it will work. Save your file as .html file, write any of the code, and it will simply work. That's what I told you, no? You simply clone a website. Try that. But the tools and software, there are many. You can use Eclipse, IntelliJ, but the most famous ones which we use is called Visual Studio. That is the one which we use for designing the front-end application. Okay, sure. Okay. Then what is the purpose of div tag in HTML? So this already I am getting a lot of responses. You guys are very quick. So this is something like division. The full form is division. It defines a division tag. Okay. So let me know if my screen is visible, and I'm just moving to the next slide. So it defines the division or section. If you want to write multiple sections, there is say promotion division, and then there is some cart layer. You break the page. The way you break the page is using this div tag. So depending upon the requirement, you can use this div tag. Okay. Then what is the attribute you use to specify the URL of a link source? Okay, whenever this is in href, like in the anchor tag, if you click something, there is a button. You click something and it should open google.com. So where do we write that? So href is an attribute. Along with anchor tag A, you have to give href is equal to where you want to redirect. I have a button. I click on that, and on clicking that button, where it should go. Button means I have an anchor tag. I have a link. I click the link where it should go. So this href will say this will go to this particular location. So that's where we use href tag. Okay, guys? Yes, no? This is covering your theory plus syntax plus objective plus MCQ kind of questions. So it's like a in one shot you are getting everything here. Okay, it's a revision. You get the syntax, not syntax fully, but at least snippet you are getting, and you are getting some idea of the terms and some attributes. You can try it out of your own. Okay, this will make more easy. But since we have a time constant, I'm just focusing on the front end section today. So there's all this day 5, we will be covering all the languages, front end, back end, and database, and the those frameworks and all, and interview questions like this, simple and complicated questions, and how do you prepare for yourself for your interview. So in that way, we have designed this plan. Okay. So yeah, this snippets and all, you should try it out. Then only you will learn better. And yeah, from interview point of view, they will be giving you like this only MCQ questions, or they will be asking you directly. They'll be trying you to confuse you, but you should know each and every tag. You should know each and every attribute. At least majority of them, they're very simple. With the name only, you can understand what does break do, what does a table does. TR means table row, table data. So it's very meaningful, like abbreviation. Okay, so once you read it, learn it, try to implement, make some small application. We are also providing a lot of application. We give real-time programming lab assignments and all. So with that, you can practice a lot of things. From your end also, you can try. Okay, the more you practice, the more you learn. Only learning the theory will not help it out. So whatever you learn, and try to implement that. That will be the best way to learn. Okay. Then what are the comments? This is something like comments. So whatever like I am discussing with you guys now. So I'm saying a lot of things with you from the beginning. Last 1 hour, I'm talking and talking and talking. So there should be some comment section, right? What this particular section says. Okay, this is something about HTML we discussed. Okay, this is something about CSS we are discussing. So one line of comment makes your code meaningful, right? So that's where we use comments. So this comment also you have to use a proper syntax is there. So you can see the answer option A using exclamation mark and 2 hyphen symbols. You write some comments. Okay. Clear, guys? Hope you guys are getting. I know this some of the tags. If you are not aware, don't worry. Try it out. Explore it and try it out in your application. Create some small application. This is just to give you a brush up. This will just give you some idea. What is full stack? What is HTML? What are the tags? So we are not covering everything here, but yeah, you will get some idea definitely with this. Clear, guys? Hope you are following. It's not getting bored, right? It's just now we are getting into technical terms, the keywords, or you can say the syntax, which we are using in real-time code. When you write an HTML application, oh, this is what you will write. Okay, for writing a break, line break, you write BR. Okay, for writing a header, you write H1, like this. Okay, let's see the next question. What is there? Line break already done. Table. So table is something where you define data in tabular form. You might have seen, right? There are rows and columns. Some data, whichever you are seeing in the front end, they are designed in rows and columns, like say number of records you are fetching, or yata.com, you are looking for a train details, right? So you can see date column, train number, train name, number of seats available, status. So there is a tabular format of data you are seeing in the front end. So designing something like that in tabular form, we use this table attribute, table tag. And like this, there are table tr, td, th, all these things are there. So using these things, you can create the table attribute and you can design some tabular format of data. Okay. Yes, no, all good, guys. Is it getting boring? Initially, it was good, right, with the PPTs and diagrams, but with the code, I think you guys are feeling little down. Yes, no? Or is it okay, guys? Okay, fine. Yeah, this is what you have to do. These are the interview questions. You have to crack the interviews also, right? So you have to go through this also. So you need to know everything. Something which is fun, something which you need to memorize, something which you need to speak up, and something which you need to know as technical things or syntax. So everything you should know. That's what we call you as a full stack developer, right? Not only languages, with theory, with syntax, with programming, with logic, with real-time implementations, everything you should know as a full stack developer. Full stack developer itself is like a one-man army, you can say, right? He knows everything. He can handle everything alone. That's what we call a full stack developer. Okay, so you should know all the layers with basics and complex levels also. So you should know the basics, theory and all. So you should practice it. And it's very easy, guys. Trust me, it's very easy. You should just know it once and it will be yours forever. Once you have to understand the concept, whether it is tag or syntax or logic or framework or layout, everything. Once you understand, concept is yours. But the moment you start by-hearting it, no? What is a BR tag? You by-heart it. Like a kid, we used to do it in our kindergarten. No, that will not help. You will forget it. So the moment you learn something, put it down in a practical. Open your laptop and start writing some code. Take some help from net, say take some help from our materials, and we will be there to train you from scratch. Even if you don't know anything, even if you don't know H of HTML, we'll teach you that also. Okay, that's what we are here for. So from zero to hero, that's the plan. Okay, so let's not discuss too much of these things. Let's focus on the syntax and interview questions. We are running out of time. So how do you create a text field? Text field is something like if you see username and password when you log in. So the username, what you see is the label. HTML page, when you open it, when any page you open, any of the front-end user interface, there is something called label. Next to that, you type something, your name or your password. So something which is visible is text. The moment you write password, it becomes round symbol, right? You don't see it. Even you don't see it what you are typing. It's kind of encrypted, no? That is called input type is equal to password. So both are same. The only difference between text and password is text you can see, but password you cannot see. Correct. You can put all these things, placeholder and all. I can see a lot of responses in the chat. That's really good. You guys are already aware of things. So practice this out also, okay? So yeah, input type of is equal to text. This is the correct answer here, which is used for creating a text field. There is something called as text area also, okay? So if you write text area, it's like you can write multiple lines. In text field, you can write only one line of input. But text area is something where you can write multi-line input. Okay? So many options are there depending upon your use case. No, you can use your these tags and attributes, how you want your page. That's what we discussed in the first place, right? How do you design the page? So for designing, we are discussing all these things. Okay? Here, guys? Yes, no, all good. You guys already know these terms, and it's fine if you know. It's fine even if you don't know. It's like a new thing. You can take it up. So let's see some of the headers. Like there are some headings, right? When you read newspaper or something, the bigger fonts, those are called headers. So there are H1, H2, H2, H3. These are levels. How big your text will look. So within this tag H1 or H2, within H1 or H2, if you write something, yes, Kanchan, I can see your messages. What, you have any question? Do I need to know all the HTML tags and attributes? See, you don't need to know all the HTML attributes and tags. Basic things, basics like HTML head, table, button, input, like whatever you are using it in day-to-day life, right? That you should definitely know, first of all. Second thing is like if you know more, definitely you have a leverage over others, right? You know more. So whenever you know something more, it will help you only, right? And if it not only help you, at the end it is going to help the organization and the project and the team. And the more you know, the more you perform better, implement better, and more better code you write, more better application you create. So it's better to know all the tags. It will take some time. But basic tags you should know. That's what we are using in industry. You should know all these things, like what is href, title, align, text area. These are the common generally used. Okay. So yeah, like to your answer, you should know everything. It will take some time, but yeah. Okay. Take it slow. 0 to 0. That's the plan. Okay, Kanchan? Okay. So which attribute is used to specify an alternate text? Suppose text like there is an image tag you are using, right? Suppose you are giving some image in your page. You have created an application called some pharmacy application you have created, and you are trying to display the image of an medicine. But that due to some reasons that image is not getting populated. Maybe browser is not supporting, or the image is too big to be supported. In that case, some message should come, no? So those kind of places you use this alt tag. Alt is like an alternative. If the image is not displayed, what will be displayed to the user? Because if the user sees something blank, user will get angry, right? And if as an end user, we get angry, we start calling customer care, no? Hey, customer care, this is not working. Your font is small. This system crashed. We start shouting, tagging people, tagging everyone. Correct? So if you give some alternate message, hey, your device does not support this image or something like that, it becomes meaningful. That's where we use this alt tag. Okay. Then HR. HR is like how do you create a horizontal ruler? So ruler is something like line tag. Okay. How do you create a line? Simple line. You write something and you need a line. So which tag you need? So this is something called Gautam already responded in the chat. HR. Correct, Gautam. You are right. So let me move to the next slide. So like we said, it's an HR tag. So let's see some more questions here, which we are pending with. Text area, which already I said, right? Why do you need it? So to create multi-line input. Okay, if you need multi-line input, we go for text area. Okay, heading, H1 is the biggest tag. Okay, H1 is the biggest tag. The way you go more, H2 becomes smaller, S3 is more smaller. Like that, it goes smaller and smaller till H6. H1 is the biggest. That is the maximum you can get the font. Okay, it's like a header. Whatever you write in that, H1 will be the biggest font. Got it? Try this out with the programs. It will be fun, guys. Okay. Then how can you create unordered list? I think this one we already covered, ordered list and unordered list. So using UL tag, this is the tag you use for unordered list. Now something is called as span and div. So when we discuss CSS in the upcoming sessions, no, we'll see how some element takes place in the front end, whether it's taking the whole screen or part of the screen, how you want to put the spacing, right? How your element takes the space in the front end. There we use this div and span. Okay, we'll see in CSS in more detail, but yeah, this span is used for designing. Guys, can you see me? Can you hear me? Yes, no, I'm audible, right, guys? Okay, fine. So yeah, for giving particular section, if you want to give some inline, structure, how your elements will be placed in the front end, there you use this span and div. Okay, We'll see this in the upcoming sessions and with some programs snippets. Now, for giving URL, again, it's a similar kind of question. Just using the terms here and there. Attribute to specify the target URL. Actually, you already know. So let me move to the next set of questions which we have here. What is the purpose of head tag? Okay. So when you saw the snippet, right, there is something called HTML head and then body, like that we have. No? So in head, you keep some metadata. Suppose there is something, some metadata. Metadata is something called as data about data. Okay. So some more additional information, if you want to put, you can put it in the head section. Suppose you want to load something before your page loads, you can put it in the head section. That will be executed first. Okay. Clear, guys? And then again, same thing, HTML, it's trying to confuse you. Don't get confused with the full forms. Same thing, once you know hypertext markup language, it is hypertext markup language. So don't get confused with other names. Okay. Next is which tag we use to define the document. So once you create the HTML element, no, the first tag, this is the first tag we use, doc type. With this doc type, exclamation doc type, this means you are giving a hint to the browser that, hey, this is a kind of HTML page. So whenever the browser tries to hit it with this tag, it will know that this is an HTML page. Okay, this just gives the hint to the browser. Like that you can think of. Okay. Then how do you give a title? Whenever you open some multiple pages, no, you see like registration page, syllabus page, or home page. On the title bar, you can see there is some title, right? So to give that title, we use this. Literally, there is a tag called title. So you use title tag. In between that, give your title name, and it will populate in the front end as the name of the tag. That's where it will show you as a title. Okay. Now this next question is what is the correct syntax of href? So this is where we give a href. This is what we covered in the previous questions. Anchor tag, href, where you want to redirect, and link name. Link is name of the link. You can give any name. If you don't give link name, your link will be there, but it will not be visible. So you have to give something in between your anchor tag opening and closing bracket. The moment you click on the text or button or anything, it becomes a hyperlink. And in place of this hash symbol, you have to give where you want to redirect your control when someone clicks it. Okay, that's how this HTML page will look like. Okay, this is what anchor tag will look like in the HTML page. Okay. Here, guys, hope you are connected so far. These are the questions you will be definitely seeing it in your MCQs, or they will be asking you simple questions like this only. So they will be playing with you, giving similar kind of options. Don't get confused. Remember the syntax well. So there are syntax, they will give you options like you will see all the options look similar only. So don't get confused. How you will not get confused? You have to practice. Okay, once you learn, try implementing that. And once you implement, concept is yours. That's the funda we are going to use. Okay, guys? Cool, yeah? Yes, no? Hope you guys are there with me. I'm not seeing any responses, guys. Are you there? Am I audible, guys? Okay. Yeah. Fine. Thank you, guys, for responding. Okay, then again, this href, we have, how do you give linked documents? You can give even documents also. If you want to open some PDF, right? If you want to open some common file, which is already saved in your system, there is a button, I want to open some file. You can give the link of that file also in the href. When you click that, that particular document will get open. Okay. Now, what is number list? Order list, already we discussed, it will come with number. So you have a list, like a name of people, Rashika, Tejashwini, Rahul, Suman. It will come like number 1, Rashika, number 2, Cotton. Like that, it will come with number. Okay, you can customize it. You can put it like A, B, C, D with the use of attributes. You can change that also. By default, it will start with 1, 2, 3. But if you want to give it as A, B, C or Roman letters, all those things are possible with the help of attributes and some tweaks. Okay, So everything is possible. You can design your page as you wish. You can, the more you know the tags, the more you know the attributes, the more better you can implement the designing and more beautiful your front end will look. So like someone asked in the previous chat, no, do I need to know all the tags? If you know all the tags and all the attributes, right, you can think of how beautiful front end you can design. With basic tags, you can create simple simple portals, like very old kind of stylings. But with all the tags and all the attributes and combination of the upcoming items like CSS, JavaScript, Angular, you can make a very good responsive website. Responsive, I'm using a word here, responsive. Okay, responsive means something. Your page will be visible according to the device. It will not get shrink or something like that. If you minimize the page or something like that, it will be visible in all the devices. Okay. Shubham has a question. What is the use of TH? It is like a table header, Shubham. So you have H1, H2, H3, right? Same way you can have some heading you want to give in the table, right? So you have some rows. I have 10 rows. I want to give the name of the rows, name, roll number, employee ID, phone number. I want it in the bold. So that's where you use TH tag, table header, you can say. Got it? Okay, let's move to the next element. What is the correct way to create a table? So you have to use everything. You have to use everything. Okay. Table, tr, td, th, all of this. Using this, you can create a good table, and you can design your tabular data in a proper way. There is something called as align. Using align, left, right, center, justified, you can place your table here and there. That is also possible. Okay. But you should know the basic tags, right? Table, what is table, table header. Once you have a table, where do you want to place the table? How much big you want your table? How much padding or margin? How much space you want between the content and the next content? Right? All those things are possible with the attributes. Okay. Then which tag is used to define section in HTML? So we have section tag. Okay. These are all just naming conventions, and they have some uses here and there. We'll see in details. Okay. And someone is asking what is the difference between div tag and br tag. Br is like giving break, right? You give a break. So different sections are there in your suppose you open your let me give you an example. Amazon.com. You open that. In the left panel, you can see the menu items, right? The links are there. Your account, your wish list, and settings. All these things are there in the left panel. In the center, you have the items. So this is where your screen is divided into two parts. So you can think of like it's left section and right section, or left div area, right div area. Like that you can define. So this naming convention, if section means it is a section. Using div also you can create a section. But these are some of the naming conventions. If you use something, it becomes more readable. Okay. User side, it's similar only, but naming convention wise, it makes some sense, right? Okay. Which tag is used to display image in HTML? So image, picture, it's actually IND tag, and space you have to give SRC and the link, and ALT, all tag already we saw, right? You can see Gautam is responding very quick to the questions. Okay. Okay, guys, let's move to the next set of questions. What we have. Okay, break we already saw. So ruler already we saw. HR. Okay, how do you define the width? So for width, you have the width for an image. Okay, width is the attribute. Using this, you can define how many pixels your image should be there. So you can give the actual pixel number and px. Writing that, it will define what should be the pixel of your image. So that particular area of the screen will be blocked for your image. Okay. Then we have something called as form. Okay. Form is something where you actually submit some data. Like when you just log into, say, Instagram or something, before that, it will ask you, register or create your account. Then you place your name, first name, last name, mobile number, gender, and all these some questions and all, right? You give all those things, correct? So you have to capture the form. It's like a form you submit it for your admission to college or somewhere. No, you give some certain sets of data. So using form tag, and within form tag, you can create labels, inputs, everything. And at the end, you can have submit and reset button. You guys have seen this kind of form, right? Submitting a form and creating an account. So those kind of things can be done using the form tag. Once you create a form, submit it, and what that button will do. Do you want to redirect it, or do you want to save it, or do you want to send this data to some another page? All these things, the actions on clicking the button can be defined using the form tag. Okay. Then how do you create a checkbox? You might have seen checkbox like a MCQ question, multiple. This is what we are discussing, right? So here you can see mostly we have one word answers, but there will be questions like there will be multiple choice questions, all of the above, or some option A or option B. If you want to choose something like that, you have to use checkbox. So there is, if you write input type is equal to checkbox instead of text. So rather than creating a text box, it will create checkboxes for you. Okay. So that's where you use input type is equal to checkbox to create checkboxes in your page. Okay. Then which attribute is used to specify the input in an input tag? I guess I'm checking the answers also. Already we covered input type, right? Okay, correct. That's correct. The radio button we already covered, right? Like if you want some yes or no, true or false kind of scenario. So that is called radio button. Out of the two, you can select only one. In checkboxes, you can select multiple selections. But when it comes to radio button, out of the two, you can select only one. Like the example is gender or yes or no kind of questions. So if you want to create some page where you want some yes or no answer, you have to go with radio button. Okay. And the syntax is input type is equal to radio. And after that, you can give the option name. Yes, no, like whatever you want to give the text, whatever you write after the tag, that will be displayed along with the radio button icon. Okay. Practice these things. Try practicing it. Have a look at the sessions materials and documentations, whatever you have, and you create applications and small programs. It will be more clear, and it will be actually fun if you create something of your own. Okay. Then let's see, how do you give a hyperlink? This again is a similar kind of question, but you see how they are confusing you with the options. So you should not get confused. Okay. The thing is, which of these will open it in a new page? Okay. When I click a hyperlink, I want to be open in a new tab. So how do you write that? So target is equal to underscore blank. If you write, whenever you click this link, it will be open in a new tab. Okay. I don't want to redirect it into the same page. I want a new tab to be open every time. Whenever I click, a new tab has to be open, not in the same tab. Then you go for target is equal to underscore blank. This will help you in creating a link on which you click it once. The new page will be open in a new tab. That's where we use this hyperlink attribute. These are all attributes. A is the tag name. Okay. And this href or target, these are called as attributes. And link, which is written in the center, is you can say is content of your link. Okay, this is the entire full syntax. Okay, guys, clear? Got it? Yes, no? All good? Simple questions, guys. But yeah, you can expect this kind of questions in interviews and MCQs. And this is the same you will be using in your day-to-day programming also. Mostly you will be using this only. Apart from that, there will be some more tags and attributes. Slowly you will learn. So once you start your journey, you will start with this only. And then you will get into that deeper. Okay. And now it comes to color. Everyone loves color, right? Till now it was boring. But when it comes to color, so you can see a lot of color options, red, green, blue, background is this, like that. So you can design your code and you can give proper colors. Even you can give colors to each and every element. You can give a color to the whole background of the image. Like I want a background as white. I want a background as a blue. My text area should be half of the screen should be red, half of the screen should be yellow, or like a Ludo, 4 quadrants. I want different quadrants with the different colors, or my text color should be in green, or my text color should be in some different, or paragraph is in different color, different fonts in different colors. So you can do all these things. All these things are possible. So using background color, background hyphen color, you can give a color to an element. Okay, you can give the whole color to the whole background. If you give it in the body, whole background will take the same color, whatever you are giving. But if you are giving at the element level, only that particular element will get color. If you give a color to a paragraph, that particular paragraph will only have a color. Others will not have. So that's how you use this. Okay. Comments, already we discussed. To make it more meaningful, we have comments. Okay. And I think that's all we have. These are some of the questions we covered. So with this, you should not only focus on these questions. Practice more. Try to explore all the tabs and whatever you have in the HTML part. Read more documentations, and more you practice, I will suggest you create even a simple application. Please do not forget to clone any application today and see the fun. Okay. And that's all we have from this session of interview questions. Now, if you have any questions, I'm there to answer your questions. Any questions, guys? All good. Hope you got some idea on the front end. What is front end? What is full stack development? Why we are using HTML? And you are asking for sharing the notes. I will ask Akash to share it with you guys. He will be sharing. Okay. Notes and PPTs, Akash will be taking care and respond to the team. And yeah, so these are the basic questions, basic high-level idea of how a front end looks, how a full stack course looks like, and starting from front end till the back end, from there till the database, to the creation of entire application end to end, and hosting it on the server. And once it is hosted on the internet from your device, if you remember the first slide, okay, the first slide, that's where you create the end-to-end application. And this is what we have called, this is what is called as a full stack development or a full stack course. And if you use Java, like I said, this you can call it as Java full stack course. If you use Python, you can call it as a Python full stack course. But at the end, everything remains same. There is a front end, there is a back end. Front end is used for designing the user interface, where the user interacts. Back end is where the server is there, and where your database is there, where your application is there, where it is hosted, how complex your application is there, how many services are there. So your application can be simple to complex, but that is in the backend side. At the end, as an end user, I want my front end to be smooth. So front end, you design it as you want, and rest of the things will be taken care by the backend. Okay. And to clone, question from YouTube. Okay, someone is saying how to clone a website. Okay. See, so to clone a website, it's very simple. Open Amazon.com, or if you want, let me quickly show you that. Let's try cloning it. This will be fun actually. Okay, let me quickly show you how to clone a website. See, hope my screen is visible, guys. Yes, no, please respond. Let me quickly show you how to this. You guys also try. Okay. Tell me one favorite website. Let's say Amazon. I'm taking Amazon only. That's what we discussed, no? Amazon.com. Amazon. I'm opening Amazon. Okay, this is how the Amazon page looks like, right? Okay, just click on somewhere and go to view page source. Okay, you can see the whole HTML code. Okay, whole HTML code is visible. Simply copy this code. See, it's not like you are hacking the Amazon website. Okay, it just shows how simple it is. And just, see all these tags, whatever we discussed. Link tag, you can see, right? Link tag is there. These green lines are the comments. Okay, these green lines are the comment. This is something called JavaScript. We'll see all these things. Then these are the CSS. So whatever we discussed, everything is there. this head tag, title tag. If you see this title, online shopping site in India, this is the message, right? So this is what it is showing here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to look at all this nonsense. I'm just going to take a copy. I just copied it. And I'm going to paste it in a notepad. And I just pasted it. Okay, I'm just trying it out. I'm going to save it in the desktop. Let me save it quickly in the desktop. And this will write as ExcelR, the ExcelR Amazon .html, and you can make it as all files. There will be an option called all types. Save it like this and just save it. Let's go to our desktop and see if we got that. And where is that HTML? Where did I save it? I think I saved it somewhere. Okay, you can see here, right? I got an ExcelR website. Some document got saved, right, guys? Yes, no? You can see, right? With this name only I saved it, no? I just copied the code of view source. Now I'm going to open this page for you. Let's see how it looks like. Before that, let me show you back again. How was the Amazon looking like? So this is how the Amazon really looks like, right? You click on this, you can go to another page, and you go to, all these things are working here. If I click on this air condition, I go to air condition, but I'm not interested in that. I'm just trying to clone a website. Okay, I'm just copying it, and I just cloned it. I have put this code here. Let me just open it. If you just right click on this and open in Notepad, you can see the same code I have copied it, right? Same code I copied it, but I saved it as .html and all types. Then it became an HTML icon, right? I'm just going to open this. Let's see how it looks like. I'm opening this page. You can see this is your ExcelR Amazon.html. We just copied the HTML page. We just copied the HTML page, guys. This is called cloning, simple cloning, okay? We just cloned the website. Hope you can see my screen, guys, right? This doesn't mean that we have learned HTML. HTML is over, okay? No. If I click here, Amazon Mini TV, this will not work. Okay? Because this is now in my C drive. I have cloned it in my system. Okay, that's why these links will not work. So more or less, you got the similar architecture. Everything you got. See, everything I got from the Amazon.com, right, guys? But nothing will work. If I click on anything, nothing will work. Why? Because I have copied the front end itself, only the front end section, but there are links and all which are actually redirecting it to some other page, which are hosted on Amazon server. So I have very partial code. I have only the front end code, which is partial. Okay, got it? So this is what called cloning of a website. Please try this and try to explore these tags. And due to time complexity, I can explain you this much only. And yeah, it's very easy, guys, very easy. So hope you got some idea what the full stack course is, how front end works, how back end works, and how you can clone an object. I just showed you. Try cloning your favorite website now and start exploring the sites and create some applications. So at the first place, you will not be able to write this whole code, something like this, right? But slowly, I'm sure you can create better application than Amazon.com if you are clear with all the concepts, starting from HTML, body, till anchor, href, all those things, Angular and all. If you learn everything, okay, with everything, you can create something very good of your own. And I'm sure you can create better application than Amazon or anything. Okay. Okay, guys, that's what I had from my end for today's day one. Tomorrow, when we come back again, we'll be looking at CSS. Okay. Okay. If any questions, let me know. That's all from my end, guys, for today. Okay. Amar sir, do you want to add something?
No, nothing. Just guys, I shared the attendance link in the chat box. Please mark your attendance. I'm sharing that link once again with you over YouTube and Zoom as well. So please mark your attendance and share your valuable feedback as well.
Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for your time. It was a very lovely and interactive audience. and wish you all the very best for your sessions and interviews or whatever you guys are planning. Okay. See you guys again tomorrow. Thank you guys. Bye. Take care.
So guys, if you have query or question for me, please drop in the chat box. I will take it up. Okay. If not, then we'll wind up the session. Yes, Hemant. Same link.
Amar sir, I can leave now, right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Thank you guys. It was a lovely audience. Wish you all the very best and see you guys again back. Okay. Bye-bye.
So there is one question from Chaitra. For how many days the session will last? Like the session duration is for 10 hours, Monday to Friday, 2 hours per day, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay. So till Friday, we have the sessions. Sir, I had completed the mastering Python lecture, but still did not receive the certificate. So Mukul Borade, I already explained that in the last session. So it will take 7 to 8 working days to receive your certificate, but I hope you mark the 60% attendance. There is one more question from Ayush Agrawal. Can you please repeat the registration process in ExcelR platform? The registration is very simple. You just need to click on the registration link and need to fill that all form. That's it. Then you will receive an email regarding to the LMS. So Ganpat, there is one question. Sir, I have created a small HTML website. So you can ask this question tomorrow to Sunny sir. Okay. Can you please send that link once again? Yes, sure, Ayush. Just give me a minute. I'm sharing that link with you. A few people on YouTube are saying, Amar sir, thank you for your response. Thank you, Raja. Sir, I have marked it twice by mistake. Okay, no problem, not an issue. Divarity in the dashboard, I'm not getting the course details. So go in the store and enroll for the same. Okay. So just a minute, guys. Ayush Agrawal needs the links. I need to share that. Just a minute. Sorry, guys. Sorry for disturbance. Attendance link. Okay. Attendance link I will share once again with you. Any other question than attendance link? YouTube people, you have any query question? Total duration month of the course. Surya, actually this course is for 10 hours for 5 days, Monday to Friday. Okay. Nandini, sir, can we get the notes about today classes? Yes, we'll upload the notes in the LMS. Okay. So one more question, do we going to have recordings of these sessions? Yes, guys, you will get the recorded sessions over LMS for lifetime. Sir, will I get certificate after course? Simran, you need to mark attendance on a daily basis. Surya, please drop in an email to edl@excelr.com for more details. Please provide a store link. After signing in, you will get that. Yes, guys, if you are marked your attendance, if you don't have any query or question, we are done with the day. You can leave the session. So we'll meet you on tomorrow at same time. Please try to join on a time at 7 p.m. Then we'll start the session. There is one question. Tell me the process once more, sir. Which process? So there is no any Telegram link. You can follow us on the LinkedIn. Search by ExcelR Solutions. Yes, guys, recorded sessions will be available over the LMS. So you can access anytime. Mukul, please drop an email. Our team will check on the same. Yes, guys, if you don't have any query or question, you can leave the session. We'll meet you on tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Please try to join on a time, then we'll start. Okay, guys, so it's time to wind up the session. So thank you so much, all of you, for joining the session. We'll meet you on tomorrow. Bye bye.